Hey guys, Kuoku here. I am still in complete shock from this 1.6 live stream. Honestly, I'm just speechless, and I've been trying to make this video for many hours now, but we're getting a free 5-star. We saw so many upcoming characters, tons of new in-game content on the way, bunch of cool events, bunch of stuff to look forward to. But 1.6 is easily going to be the best update Honkai Star Rail has ever seen until 2.0 arrives, of course. I'm still losing my mind over here almost 16 hours after the live stream. So let's go ahead and go through everything, take a look at what all was announced, what all we have to look forward to. So of course, as we've all been waiting for, Ruan Mei will be the banner during the first phase of 1.6. I'll be making a separate video going into more detail on that, but just trust me on this, she is going to be absolutely broken. I cannot wait for this character, she is going to completely ruin me. Also, her banner is stacked. Besides of course herself being on there, the 4 stars on her banner are Zui Yi, March 7th, and Ting Yun. It is just too good. Blade is also rerunning alongside Ruan Mei during the first half, in case you do want to pick him up as well. Then in the second half of 1.6, we of course have the man himself, DR Ratio, whose banner is looking a bit rough, I'll be honest, but that's okay because we are getting him completely for free. You heard that right. We're getting the limited 5-star DR Ratio imaginary hunt through the mailbox because HSR of course won a bunch of awards this year. This news was just crazy. When I heard this, I really couldn't believe it. And it still sounds too good to be true, but I assure you it is true. And this is of course on top of the free 10 pool that they already sent us. So thank you Horioverse, I cannot wait for everyone to get him at the same time. I think it's going to be a ton of fun seeing everybody build him and use him all at the same time. They're saving us from this abysmal banner with Susheng, Natasha, and Hook. Cool characters, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the best, strength-wise. But thankfully you won't need to pull on this banner unless you're going for Eidolons, of course. This is amazing news because a lot of players don't have Welt, and newer players definitely don't have Imbiber Lune, both imaginary. Alongside DR Ratio, Kafka's banner will be rerunning, and it is unfortunate that the 4 stars are not great for her banner. But if you did miss her and you do plan on getting Black Swan in 2.0, then you may want to consider picking up Kafka because those two are going to pair really well together. I might be grabbing a copy of Kafka's Light Cone, depending on what my Jades are looking like after getting Ruan Mei, so we'll just have to see. But we did get a look at the kits of the upcoming characters, so let's go ahead and take a look at Ruan Mei's kit. Her animations are beautiful. So her skill is going to increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. Her ultimate gives allies all type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness, the enemy is afflicted with a mark that gets triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state, delaying them and inflicting them with additional ice damage. This just sounds ridiculous. I can't wait to play her. She's going to be crazy. And if you pair her with Welt, the enemies are never going to take a turn. And then next, of course, we have DR Ratio's kit. He's looking so cool. I am so glad they're giving us this character for free. I was sad that I was going to have to skip him, but now none of us have that issue. We're all getting him, and I like his style quite a bit. Anyways, his skill deals imaginary damage to a single target and has a chance to trigger his talent, which launches a follow-up attack hitting that same target. So yes, he is a hunt character, but he has a follow-up attack in his kit. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of the follow-up attack. Then we have his ultimate. It's going to hit a single target with imaginary damage and inflict them with Wise Man's Folly, which can cause any of DR Ratio's attacks to trigger a follow-up attack on that target. Finally, we have Zui Yi, the new 4-star Quantum Destruction. Her animations look sick as well. Her skill is going to do quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. For her talent, when she or an ally deals damage to an enemy's toughness, Zui Yi gains stacks of karma. When those stacks reach the maximum, Zui Yi launches a follow-up attack against the enemy. Her ultimate deals quantum damage to a single enemy and does toughness bar damage, regardless of the enemy's weakness types. So it ignores that completely. The more toughness is depleted, the greater the damage. So that's it for the new characters. In 1.6, we're also getting a new Trailblaze mission, which means more main story. This will also bring a brand new weekly boss, and this thing looks insane. This is like the final boss of the Swarm archetype, I guess. I'm thinking that Ruan Mei is going to use the new material that this boss drops. I'm not certain on that. It would just make sense. We are getting the Gold and Gears mode. It has some kind of dice mechanic where you can select different effects and all that. This mode looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to try it out. I'm always down for new modes to take on, new challenges that they give us. That's always welcome for me. Then we have Pure Fiction, which is our new permanent in-game mode. The way this mode works is when you defeat an enemy, the wave is immediately respawned. You rack up points for dealing damage and defeating enemies, and the goal is to defeat as many enemies as possible, get the highest score possible within the cycle limit. We also get to choose from different buffs, rather than having one set buff like the MOC. The rewards are the same as MOC, I believe, but if you clear stage 2 for the first time of Pure Fiction, you will actually get a free copy of Lynx. She's a great support, so that's super cool. And speaking of MOC, we're finally getting the awaited expansion with floors 11 and 12. It seems like it's a power spike increase. I don't think it's going to introduce a lot of new mechanics, but I think this is a great update, and I'm super happy for this. From completing the MOC or Pure Fiction, we'll get a new currency that we can use to buy things like self-modeling resin from a new shop. Another means of getting resin is awesome because right now there's no repeated, consistent way of obtaining it. The endgame modes are going to operate on a new schedule now. They're actually going to be available for 6 weeks, and they're going to alternate between Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. So you can see the rotation schedule here. They actually overlap. So at any given time, there will be 3 modes available for a total of, I think, 2,160 jades. We of course have the MOC auto clear function coming up where you can clear automatically with 3 stars up to stage 7 if you've previously 3-starred that stage before. They added some nice quality of life additions to the team setup as well, which are great. And the events that we're getting in 1.6 look very cool. We have the Critter Pick Scavenging event. This has to be the cutest thing that they've ever added to Honkai Star Rail. We get to raise these little guys, and I'm honestly just hoping that we get to keep one on the Express or something. Then we also have the Virtual Scent Venture, which is a new battle event where once you complete the stage, you unlock a Despair mode, which is like a harder mode and it's supposed to be quite challenging, probably why it's called Despair. So we'll have to see on that. Then of course we have a Planar Fisher and Realm of the Strange event, which is the double Simulated Universe rewards and the double Cavern of Corrosion rewards. So double relics essentially. This is huge. These events are always welcome, so make sure to farm those when they drop. Especially for new players, these are really helpful to build up a stock of strong relics on your account. I feel like I don't even need to mention this at this point, but of course we're getting our free 10 pool from the daily login, as we do every patch. So that's going to wrap it up for this crazy 1.6 update. But that's not all, so don't leave the video yet, because we also got a sneak peek at Penacony and the character lineup for 2.0. I'm just going to say that all of these characters look great. Duke Inferno looks insane. I can't wait to pull for him. I know a lot of players are excited for Aventurine. I've heard a lot about him. Every character they showed looks amazing. I really wasn't expecting them to just show a bunch of characters like this. We of course got another look at Black Swan. She just gets cooler and cooler to me every time I see her. I think she's becoming one of my favorite characters. Then we got another look at Sparkle, who had her drip marketing revealed recently, which you can find in my previous video. And then finally, the highly anticipated Acheron. I think all of those that they showed towards the end were actually the light cones, but I'm not certain about that. I'm sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But that is going to do it for everything that they showed and everything that was announced in the 1.6 live stream. Let me know if you guys are excited for 1.6. Who do you plan on pulling for? I think this was the best live stream yet. This is going to be the best patch yet. Another incredibly common Honkai Star Rail W, in my opinion. And if you're still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate you sticking around. Make sure to subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail content. I'm signing off now. See you guys next time. Take care.